All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So, we got mail. What did we get? Oh, DC Worlds Collide patch notes. Whoa. I wasn't even. Wait, when did time left? Oh, did this just come out today? Ooh. We're going to go over some patch notes. We're going to do a quick run through. They just released the 10.3 patch notes. I want to run through this. And then they just came out with this. I'm going to have another video. I want to talk about a little bit of what just happened, give you like a news update on this game. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Okay. There's a few things I want to go through. The first is, let's go over these patch notes. So I'm actually going to look at this. So the first thing we see is fixed an issue where Zatanna applied incorrect buffs with her advanced skill. Fixed an issue where Superman advanced skill applies a stack of burn when an enemy had 3 stacks of burn. It should only apply when an enemy has 2 or less stacks of burn. And then fix an issue where Star Sapphire's badge would override her new skill functionality. So if we look at, I'll go back through those, and so let's actually look at that real quick. So they're saying that I'm curious about Zatanna applied incorrect buffs with her advanced skill. So when they're saying I don't have Zatanna yet, because they did nerf her a little bit. She hasn't really synergized with the teams that I've been running. So I didn't feel a real need to pull for her yet. So her advanced skill, which is this right here, grants allies Frenetic for 2 turns while also 2 bonus stacks Frenetic for the ally who has with the highest deck. So she's just giving someone more Frenetic. I guess she was probably giving them something else. Okay, that's about that. So there's a relatively minor buffs or minor tweaks. That's just more bug fixes. So the next thing is now we hide leagues from the suggested league menu when their applications are full. This is actually really helpful. It was really a pain in the butt trying to find leagues. I'm glad that you're doing that. Fix an issue where players were unable to earn rewards from the various leaderboard events, strong champions, crisis controller. Oh, that's good. I'm glad they fixed these things. The one thing I want to kind of go over, I think so, something recently, where is it? This. So I wanted to talk about this. I saw no one talk about this. So there was a huge thing. So I did buy the season pass, I think we'll just call it that. Right. And that's this right here. So what ended up happening, it's the security plane. So I was sitting there a couple days ago and I was like, what happened? It was gone. Like my whole security plan just disappeared, right? And a new one had to come in. I was like, what? And so I was like really thrown off by it. And you know, a new pass is in play. They didn't reset the missions. It was like, hello? What's going on? What just happened here? And so what the team had done, if we look at this right here, so we've identified unintended experience with our recent security plan for users who purchased security plan package on or after July 7th. I was one of the people that did this. This purchase granted additional rewards along 28-day plan, but was not only open for 4 days and impossible tasks to complete. We want to provide players with an excellent experience, and also legally, that's like kind of, well, not legally, but we included to give 20 super encrypted tokens, which is these right here, and 2,000 diamonds. I thought this was a great way to handle this situation. It was more than what was compensated. It was more than what was given, what you had left on it. I thought, okay, great. That's an easy, you know, rather than people that got affected by it, it's just like, here's a ton of rewards. I thought that was really generous. I think the game is actually very generous in general. I'm not trying to throw shade at other games, but like I was playing Marvel Mystic Mayhem, and part of the reason I just quit that game is I just felt like my time wasn't being rewarded. I just felt like, okay, I'm beating this whole level that takes me like 10 minutes, and I'm getting like a 1/10 of a single summon. I'm good. You guys have a great day. I can tell their model is I don't like their model, the Marvel Mystic Man. This game, I feel like, wow, I'm getting a lot of summons. These games, you want to summon a lot. You want to be building up your characters. I know this is an idle game, but I've also felt like the strategy here is there's a lot of strategy involved in this game. And so with that, I was like, oh, wow, this is really nice that they overcompensated in a way for something that they didn't need to do. They could have just given you out the rest of it. Instead, they were like, nope, we're going to give you pretty much like double what is left on this. And I'm like, you know what? That's pretty great. It's a great way to compensate your players, to make sure your players are feeling rewarded and also adequately compensated for issues that they had on their end, right? And so I haven't seen anyone talk about these issues. I thought it was really, I did like how they handled it. I think, again, I really do think that they're doing, I'm glad to see that there's more communication going on. It seemed kind of quiet. And devs, I think you do have a phenomenal game on your hands here. And I am appreciating that, like, you're kind of ramping up communication now. You're doing a lot of stuff that I don't think was present the first couple of days. I think in the past 4 or 5, in the past like 3 or 4 days, I think that they've really ramped up. Just kind of like talking about the game and kind of getting it out there. I think they need to do some better advertisement for this game. I like the art style. I know there's DC Legion. I forget I tried it. I wasn't a big fan of it. I don't know. I like this game a lot. I think this game has a lot of potential. But with that in mind, I do want to highlight just a few quick things in this video that I think that I really hope that we're kind of working on. I think I want to go through this event real quickly, because this video is just about like news and updates of current, what is kind of happening right now. I'm almost done with Save Metropolis. I just needed to finish up. It just takes a little bit because you have to like manually press each one. I think this is a good event. It gives you a lot of free stuff. If we look at the shop now, I'm kind of mixed on the shop right now, in the sense that I actually look at a lot of these resources. I do not think you should be getting either one of these first two up here. I do not get those single summon, those like the purple summons, because you get a lot of those. You just get a lot of them. Summons, I'm realizing you need less and less of as time goes on. We'll see if they start releasing limited characters. One thing that I really wanted to, I think, are really important, and I don't think a lot of people, because they're not at that point yet. There's 2 resources here. It's this resource, so the Inertron fragments, and then the Inertronite, which is the second one. We'll run through those in another video. These 3 are hard to come by. You get these in weekly events. These are also, so your titanium supply is also very difficult. I'm on my last character at 120 to get them to 121. It's taking a while. I still have like 9,000 plus to go through. It'll either be tomorrow or the day after that I'll have enough finally to get past that 120 mark. I'm not super crazy worried about it, but I do need to get a character to 140 to pass 1640 or 16.3. So there's that. The gold ones, I was originally going to start picking up Superman, and then I thought more and more about it. And I think Zatanna's okay, but the more I'm also thinking about is that one thing that's kind of standing out to me is that I'm actually starting to think about these super encrypted tokens, because it takes 150 to guarantee a new legendary character, right? And you don't need to pull dupes of legendaries because of the way that they give out resources. So you only need to pull 1, which is why I think it's okay that it's 150. Do I think that's great? I wish it was a little bit lower than 150. I think maybe 100 might be nice, but at the same time, it's still a 1% pull rate. You might pull them before 150, but it's guaranteed at 150. Here's the thing though. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to go to the mother box. So featured recruitment. We don't know how in the future. So you'll see right now I have 32 of these saved up. You cannot pull on the featured recruitment with anything other than these recruitment ticket, these tokens. You cannot use diamonds on the featured recruitment. So you want to save these. Once you get past your initial your beginner banner, then you'll open up access to the weekly recruit, which is where you can spend diamonds. So you spend 15,000 diamonds. I have we're going to do a math formula video on this to show you what's the best way to kind of operate and when to start doing this. But the thing with this is that you want to save these for, I would say save them to get your beginner recruitment character. I would say go for Wonder Woman. Get them and then just call it a day, and then save them. Just keep saving them. We don't know what's going to happen, and I have a feeling the only way to pull them is going to be to use these feature. We don't know if there's going to be limited characters. We don't know how that's going to operate. And the way I'm kind of thinking is that they're going to do these events I think Superman's good. I don't know if he's like mandatory. So I have an extra copy, so I think I'm good for right now. I don't know if I'm going to pull any more. I don't know if I'm going to keep going for his tokens, because I have an extra one already, right? And I got really lucky in that the summons. I don't think I need to pull for. I don't think I need to spend resources to get more copies of him. I'm going to probably stop at like 2 or 3. I think 2 or 3 stars on him. 8 stars. Sorry, it would be 5, 6, 7, about 8, 7 or 8. I'll stop around him. But the thing is, they're offering these, right? So what I'm trying to get at is that you want to save these when characters come up that are really important. We don't know what future characters are coming. So I would, once you get the new recruit, save them. Don't spend these, because I have a feeling this is the only way you're going to maybe start getting new characters is through this event. And then while the events are going on, maybe this is only a Superman thing, but again, look here, like you can start getting his tokens for free. So if you just play the event, so then what does that say? That means that you want to save as much as possible so that you can get more tokens, so that you can summon in the future. Because again, if you saw some of my other tier lists, there are good characters right now, but they're a lot of teams are missing puzzle pieces, like shielders, like more shielders, or people that do other things that are shielding, yada yada yada. Like maybe it's giving characters more damage when they're shielded. Who knows what's going to come out, right? But with that in mind, you want to save for potential new characters, and once you have a team that just works. And so as I'm running through the news right now, and I'm thinking about, okay, if they fix these bugs, what's going to happen in the future? We don't know what's going to happen in the future. So part of me is thinking these are also very difficult to come by. You do get these on a daily. So if I go right here, as I'm in 16 right now, so I'm going to collect these. I'm going to show what I get. See, I didn't even get one. I got one in my previous one. I didn't get any here. And so, nope, didn't get any. I got one a while back, but now we'll run through the badge system in a little bit. But with that in mind, all I'm going to say right now is I would say hold on. You don't need to spend everything right now. You don't need to do these. I would say hold them. Save for a little bit. This event is still got 11 days. So we got like a week and a half still of this event. We don't know what the next event's going to look like. I would wait and see what the news is going to say. So we know they're fixing bugs, which I'm glad to see the devs are communicating. I know that the devs I would really kind of work on try to get this game out more. Advertisement Superman is very popular right now. I would really try to push for kind of mobilizing this game a little bit more, in the sense that I think you have something really cool on your hands here. I would not change your monetization model. I think the model is really good. I think let's see how fast you start releasing new characters. This thing keeps saying, I think I bought 2 of those. Yeah. I think they have a good thing here. But if you're noticing, there's no way to spend diamonds on getting these. So you really, 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 really want to save these tokens. There's no way to get these tokens unless like you during missions or through these shops. And so part of me is kind of thinking maybe just pick up the tokens, because that's where they're going to get you. And I don't know, and I'm waiting to see what they do with these, and I'm just going to kind of hoard them. And then what I'm doing, and we'll talk more about it, and this will be in the next video, is how I'm going to spend moving forward, because I've kind of gotten my account where I think it's okay right now. And what I'm doing to kind of stay as a dolphin. But again, that's what the current news is going on. That's just a kind of a quick overview of what's happening, what I'm thinking to do with the event, where I'm thinking about spending the resources for the event. Again, I'm going to come back to this. If we look here, again, do not get the purple. Do not get those. If anything, I mean, if you don't have extra copies of Superman, you really like him, maybe pick up some more, because it makes it easier to get his tokens. Those are very expensive. I don't know if I pick up Zatanna. Mara's like whatever. These two, they're not the Dr. Phosphorus and then Weasel. I wouldn't get those. They're not good characters. So again, there's a lot of ways to pick up Superman. I mean, if you don't have an extra copy of Superman, I would probably potentially try to pick those up and use the character you want to raise. I would think about doing that potentially. But I'm also really leaning towards these tokens, these like summoning tokens, because they're so difficult to get. Um, and you cannot get these in any other way ever. Like maybe they'll find another way to in time goes on. I have a feeling these are going to be like event exclusive. You cannot spend diamond on these exclusive banners. So personally, I really do think the tokens are the way to go because you want to have 150 of them when someone you really want comes out. And if you can't, then it's like open up the wallet. Or you're just not getting them at that point, because I think they do go in. I don't know if they're going to go into the general pool. We don't know how this is going to operate. They might go into the general pool and then you just randomly pull them, which, I mean, cool. But personally, moving forward, I'm going to be probably picking up these because there is legitimately no other way to get them. And I would say they are very stingy. I would just encourage the devs, if they're, be careful with this, and how if this is the only way to get them, this right now is fine. There's 2 left, right? So make sure that there are ways, like, it's okay that we can't get every character. You're not supposed to get every character in these games, but it should be possible if someone saves for like a month, they should be able to pick up, like, once a month you should be able to get a character you want. Like, if you're a dolphin, you should be able to pick up a character once a month and like 1 copy of it. And then you just work, and that becomes your like character you progress, because you want that balance between, you got to make money as a dev, but at the same time, you also want to make sure that we are compensated, and that we are, like, when I think you're doing a good job compensating, I do. I think there are good rewards. I feel like my time is like, I really want to push a level because I'm like, oh, I'm going to get, like, I can increase my account strength by doing this, and that the rewards are beneficial. So I like this. I do feel compensated, but it's just, we need to see how they move forward with this and how fast they start pushing out characters, because I'm a little worried about that, and how hard it is to get these crypto tokens. That's it. That's the news and my plans moving forward, or just event and a couple concerns that I have for the, like, how they're operating. I think overall they're doing a great job. I just hope they make it just, the context is going to matter for how they give us characters. Okay, have a great one. Look forward to hearing from all of you. Have a great time.